Hey guys, Jared here, Magnetic Men's Club. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you. Today we're going to talk about the age-old saying, happy wife, happy life, and why A, it's very destructive to men, and B, why it's just a fucking dumb saying, yet it still gets said. I just saw somebody on social media say this, and lo and behold, it was a single woman who is a single mom who by all intents and purposes probably just broke up with somebody, and she's out there flaunting her shit, and her caption said, happy wife, happy life. So the idea here is, if a man can't make her happy in all realms, whether it be buy me a new car, buy me a bigger house, buy me clothes, be my emotional tampon, if you can't make me happy, I'm gonna make you miserable. What the fuck kind of relationship is that? And yet, most people seem to fall into this idea that they need to make their woman, their girlfriend, their wives happy, and if they can just do that, everything's gonna be perfect. Well, I've been coaching for many years now, mostly in the relationship dynamic, power dynamics, and I can promise you that if you subscribe to this idea that all I have to do is make my woman happy, do everything she tells me to do, everything's gonna be perfect. It's flat out wrong. Number one, you can't truly make a woman happy ever. She's always gonna bitch, she's always gonna complain, she's always gonna gripe about something, and it's not your responsibility to fix every complaint, every gripe, every bitch. They're just emotional. Sometimes they just want to bitch. You don't need to go in and try to fix and make her and regulate her emotions. That's on her. She's an adult. She needs to take ownership and responsibility for her own happiness. Now, am I to say you can't contribute to her happiness? Absolutely not. One of your goals as a man should enhance your woman's happiness, to be a place of peace for her, not to certainly contribute to her unhappiness. But your sole purpose on this earth is not to make women happy. Your happiness is just as important as hers. So my beef isn't for women out there who are either in a relationship or want to be in a relationship with somebody who equally contributes to both emotional happiness, physical happiness, external happiness, all of that. That's not what this video is about, or my beef is about. My beef is about typically single women, boss babe mentality, man-hating women who subscribe to this ideology where if a man doesn't make me 100% happy, I'm going to make his life hell. What kind of relationship is that? It's not a relationship. It becomes transactional. Basically tells me that if the man can't provide 100% of her wants, her needs, her emotional support, contribute 100% to her dreams, then he's not man enough. He's not worthy of her time. It's pedestalizing the woman. And I always say, if you're looking up at her, she's looking down at you. No, men, you have your own emotions, you have your own thoughts, you have your own opinions, and you shouldn't be afraid of your woman. You shouldn't be afraid to go against her wishes. I can't tell you how many men are 6 foot, 200 pounds, and they're afraid of their girlfriend who's 5'3", 110 pounds. Like, why are you afraid of her? Because they get the idea that if I don't make her happy, then she's going to make my life miserable. She might cut off sex. She might threaten to break up with me. She might do other manipulative tactics only to get her way. If you're in a relationship like that right now, man, you need to really reconsider that relationship. And really, it basically means early on, you probably didn't set boundaries. You probably don't know how to say no to her, and you're placating to every single whim that she has. And guys, I have to tell you, some women like that, but most women, They don't want a doormat. They don't want a yes man. They don't want a man who will basically say yes and agree with every opinion that she has. Eventually, she's going to get tired of that. Eventually, she's going to kind of view you with a loss of respect, because she's gonna be like, this motherfucker doesn't ever stand up to me. And she's gonna keep pushing, and she's gonna keep pushing, to eventually she's gonna lose respect for you, which obviously she's gonna lose love for you, and she's gonna go find somebody else. What women say they want and what women respond to are vastly different things. I'm not here to bash women. I'm only here to say, when women say happy wife, happy life, they don't really mean it. What they really mean is, make me happy or be a support to me, and I'll be a support to you. If you're not a support to me, if you're becoming a net drain on my peace, on my energy, on my efforts, then of course I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to withdraw from you. Likewise, it's the same with men. Men, if your woman isn't being a source of peace for you, a source of inspiration, and she's just drawing and pulling everything out of you, you're going to start feeling resentment to her. You're going to start feeling some type of animosity to her. You're going to start to withdraw from her. So the idea here, man, is when you're in these relationships, if you're in a relationship like this right now, I invite you to start having your own opinions. If she says something that you don't agree with, you don't have to agree with her for fear she's going to get mad. Who gives a shit if she gets mad? That's not your responsibility to control her emotions. Your responsibility as a man is to be a source of strength for her. And what that means is, not all the time that strength means placating. Not all the time that means that strength is doing everything she wants you to do. Oftentimes that strength means going against her. Oftentimes that strength is being that rock, but being that rock that has an opinion. Being that rock that can say, no, we're not going to do that. Being that rock that maybe she wants a bigger house and you just can't afford it. Saying, no, this house right now is exactly what I can afford. This is the best I can do under the circumstances that I have. I am trying to level myself up. I'm not saying, no, we're never going to get this house. But at this point, I'm not going to kill myself just to make you happy. And oftentimes men do this, and they end up burning themselves out. They end up extinguishing all of their resources, emotional resources, and really material resources. And then guess what? She's going to be gone anyway because you can't provide for her. So learn to say no. Learn to understand that you have needs as well. And if she's not meeting your needs, and she's not willing to meet your needs, then you're not in a win-win relationship. You're in a lose-lose relationship, because she's not really winning anything either. Because really, at the end of the day, she wants a man to challenge her. Not a man to be an asshole to her, but a man that can challenge her. A man that she can look up to. And if she can look up to you, and you're doing everything you can to make yourself happy, but also contributing to her happiness, that's a win-win relationship. Anytime you have a deficit, anytime maybe you're giving way too much emotional bandwidth to her, well, you're emptying out your emotional piggy bank. And if she's not filling it up, you can only pour from an empty, you can't pour from an empty cup. So eventually you're going to burn out. You're going to say, what the fuck? And you're going to start looking elsewhere. The reason why is because of this dynamic that you've set up for yourself. Oftentimes when I'm coaching men, they've done this to themselves. They enter into this relationship. Usually it's a beautiful woman and he wants to give her the world and he can't say no to her. And as soon as he says no to her, she starts getting he starts feeling pushback. He starts feeling like, oh my God, I just made her mad. What do I do? She's gonna leave. She's not gonna fucking leave. Okay, I'm telling you right now, she's not gonna fucking leave if you say no to her, if you start having your own opinions. And if she does, well then you won. That's clearly not the type of woman you want. If you're on your path, if you're on your purpose, if you're trying to make your life better, and by making your life better, you're gonna make her life better, then that's a win-win. But if she constantly wants all of your time and all of your attention, and you're trying to say start a business, or you're trying to do something on the side, and she gets mad at you because she wants all of your time, well, guess what? Neither one of your lives are going to get better because you're not doing the things you need to do to level yourself up. By extension, will level her up. Do you understand? Most of the time when I'm coaching guys, it's something very simple that they're either doing too much of, either saying yes too much, always agreeing with her. They're always giving of themselves, but never really standing up for themselves. And that's not really what women want. That's not what they respond to. They say that, but they don't really want that. A perfect example of this is, I always say, men, you are the prize. And women, they lose their fucking minds when I say that. But ask yourself this. Hypergamy for women is very real. It's also real for men, but hypergamy for women is very real. And if you don't know what hypergamy is, it's basically women are always looking for a man who's more than her. She wants to look up to a man. Maybe he makes more money, maybe he's more charismatic, whatever the thing is, she's looking for a man she can look up to. And by extension, if she's looking for more or better, that means you have a higher value, means you're the prize. If you keep chasing her attention and her love and trying to make her happy, now you're chasing her. And then the roles get flipped, and then you're putting her on this pedestal, and she's looking down at you. She will lose respect for you eventually. She will lose love for you, and she will find somebody else to replace you. If you have this idea of happy wife, happy life, and you're in a relationship, and you're just feeling like you want to fucking scream and be like, what the fuck? Remember, one, you've done this to yourself, but number two, you can reverse this. Start standing up for yourself, create strong boundaries. If she does things you do not like, create a boundary. Explain it to her. If you can't afford something and she wants you to buy it, tell her no. By doing this, you're kind of balancing out the scales a little bit. And like I said, if she gets that pissed off, she wants to break up with you, well then she's not the one for you, bro. She's not the one that you want to spend any more time with, because she's looking for transactional relationship. You do these things, then I'll be happy. That's a transactional relationship. You want a relationship where I do these things for you, I'm expecting you to do these things for me. That's what a relationship is. Relationship has nothing to do with love. You're coming in with expectations. As soon as the expectations of somebody else starts to get lower and lower, maybe they were one way and now they're another way, you start losing respect. You start losing love, and really the relationship is doomed. So have strong boundaries, learn to say no, learn to have your own opinions, and learn that it's okay to argue with your girlfriend. She doesn't have to be right all the time, nor do you have to be right all the time. But when you are right, own it. Stand up for yourself and do these things. She's going to respect you. She might be mad at you, but she will respect you. For men, our purpose is, I would rather have my own girlfriend respect me. I don't really care if she loves me. I'd rather have her respect me. And the only way I can get her to respect me is to have my own thoughts, have my own beliefs, do my own thing with regards to businesses, go my own way, and that her be a support to that. And then me be a support to her thoughts, her opinions, her going her own way. And so when you do come back home, when you are together, you both have this reciprocity. And that's the key to every relationship. There's reciprocity, there's give and take, there's yin and yang. There's this balance that you both have. Neither one of you should be power tripping over the other one. And when you subscribe to that idea, I have to make her happy or my life is miserable, that's a power dynamic. That's a win for her and a lose for you. That's all I have on this, my friends. My name is Jared Shoemaker. This is the Magnetic Men's Club. If you need more support on this, go to our website. The link is down below. Click on coaching, see what we're all about for coaching, and apply for our one-on-one coaching. We also have a brand new private men's group app. The link is down below. Take a look at that. There's so much technology, so many videos, so many ebooks that I created, so many essays I created on not just dating, because I'm not a dating coach. I'm a power dynamic, I'm a social dynamic coach where it helps in all forms of relationships. But in this particular video, this is more of a relationship, it's more of a power dynamic, it's more of a social dynamic construct that society has told us that we need to do as men, or else this happens. And that's just not the way it works anymore. If you like videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you know when new videos are being dropped, and we will talk to you in the next one. Thanks.